And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. Touchdown, Chicago! The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and start shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On first down, it's Rhodes. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield, because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space, as they did right there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rhodes. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Mayfield off the play fake. Swinging this out for Pollard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run left with Pollard, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second and 11. Now a give here to Pollard. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Catch is made by Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Six yards left on 2nd down. Pollard going to try the right side. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pollard again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Pollard. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, he's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to... Oh, he sheds himself free. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Bills 10. Jack Fox set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Allen now on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Bills 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Blake. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 5 yards remain on second down. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. Alert! They're running.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Rhodes. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mike 46. Mike 46. 46 to Mike 46. Oh yeah, I'm coming. Oh yeah, I'm coming.
On first down, Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 41. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
To the air, Allen. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Rhodes wiggles free. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rhodes, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, Rhodes. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Touchdown! He's got it at the 2. A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Alert!
Now a give, right side. It's Rhodes. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Rhodes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job up front.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bills have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Allen will try to throw for it. Rolling to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Got some room at the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second and 2. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here on it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tony Pollard A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bills 26. Jack Fox set to pick.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Allen's throw taken in here by Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big gain there for the Bills.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the officials and the folks, touchdown Bills! A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bills cut into that lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Throwing is Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because...
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. He's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength is still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And from what we said, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Allen. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 25 seconds to go. They must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll look to get back on track